It's okay. If nobody else shows up, I'll just bounce, but whatever. I mean, I do these things, people ask for them, and then I do them, and
Yeah.
then they just don't come, and I'm like, okay. I mean, because you can basically ask all the same questions in the Telegram, and you get answers like
Right.
quick, from me or Sasha. But,
Right.
people ask, and I give it to them. Like, that's what they want. Yeah. I also started noticing, some people like they buy the system and then like they don't go through with it, they don't get to the money,
Right. Right.
and I'm starting to think now that maybe they just don't have the time, or some of them get stuck or something. So I'm
Right.
thinking maybe I'll offer like some kind of like a rapid start, thing where it's like they pay $500
Right.
and then like I walk them through it one on one, with like 2 or 3
I see.
sessions,
Right.
and then get them in
Right.
there within like a day or 2 or 3, or I mean maybe within like 2 hours. I mean technically, I
Right.
could just
Right.
sit down with them over the weekend and just like get them from
Right.
zero to all their money in the pools, earning, distributed, diversified, and that's it. I think it makes
Right.
sense. People were telling me to do it before, but I was too busy, with like scaling and distribution and product. Now I got some time, so I think I can do that now. Open up like
Right.
10 spots, and because I mean I have people asking me for that. They're like, "Man, I'm too busy. I got like 2 jobs and I can't like go through the course. Can you like show me how to do it and I'll pay you?" I'm like, "Geez, all right, fine." Like, if that's what you guys want, I can do that. That's not a problem.
Because
I
I
just
have basically put my coins on Coinbase,
right.
and certain coins on MetaMask, and also I have also put on certain exchanges which closed down and I lost them and all that. So I'm
Mm,
very for unknown
yeah.
exchange. I'm very
Well,
hesitant to
yeah.
put
That that's
on that.
that's the problem with like centralized exchanges,
Right.
because like I mean, not like Coinbase, that they're not going anywhere. They're a publicly traded company, so if you own a stake on Coinbase, that's fine. But technically, they still control your keys. So,
Exactly. Yeah.
you're not controlling your money with liquidity mining, like what I teach. You control the keys. So there's no such
Right.
thing as like the exchange is gonna disappear and take your money. They literally can't. Like, because
Right.
and I can't either. That's why I
Right.
can't really offer like a do it for you service, because I mean I guess I can if I go into Zoom and I take control of your screen and I
Right.
do it for you. I guess I can do that. But once I give up the control of the screen, like I can't touch your money because you
I see.
control it
Okay.
through your MetaMask wallet, which is your
Right.
wallet, only yours,
Right.
not mine, not Stella Swap, not Polkadot. And
Right.
I highly doubt Stella Swap is going anywhere in the next 10 years, because I know
Okay.
the guys personally. They're like OG Bitcoiners. They got a shit ton of money. So they're
Okay.
not gonna like steal your $1,000 and run away. I mean
Right.
that
Right.
that'd be pretty funny if they do, which I,
Yeah.
I highly doubt. That's not happening. And technically they can't, because you control the private keys, and the money that's
Right.
locked up, it's not locked up like on FTX or Coinbase in the centralized account, right? It's locked up
Right.
in smart contracts. So they
Right.
can't even get to that money anyway. It's all
Right.
automated. All they can
Right.
do is just, they can update the code, they can run the platform, they can do maintenance, but they can't like go in there and just rug everybody, because it's,
Right.
first of all, it's locked in. Second of all, they're not gonna do that because they're not idiots. They are
Right.
vetted with Polkadot, so they're not like fully doxxed online like me, because I put my face
Right.
everywhere. Like, people know me. It's not hard to find me. You know that's
Right.
that's why I was very careful of picking Stella Swap, because like I put my face on it. I don't want somebody
Right.
slap me in the street. You lost me my money, you bastard. Boom. No, no. I'm not trying to have any of that. But anyway, yeah. So don't worry about Stella Swap. They're fine.
Yeah.
You I've
Okay.
been I've been putting money in them for like the last 5 years, and there's not gonna be any problems. That's what people don't
Oh.
understand. They're like, oh, what's like? Why would you want to use decentralized finance? I'm like, because you have control. That's why.
Right.
That's exactly the thing you were talking about. How you put into some exchange, some wonky, second-rate exchange, it disappears, or like some centralized exchange. Remember FTX? People were like staking their money for
Right.
20% a year. Well,
That was like a big scam. Yeah. That's
yeah,
what.
huge freaking scam, because the money wasn't there. They were just showing them a
Right.
nice picture on their freaking app, but in reality, that crypto wasn't there anymore. They were cooking the books.
Right.
They were showing fake graphics on the phone and the website, but the actual Bitcoin, USDC, Like they send her off to his girlfriend over there in Alameda Trading, and she was gambling on freaking meme coins with your money.
Right.
Like, you know, it's like it was freaking ridiculous. And she got off flight too. She flipped on that guy. Damn it. They should have put them all in jail. Like,
Yeah.
who let her off? She was the one gambling with the people's savings, And meanwhile, SBF
Right.
was the only one that took the fall. These people. But anyway, yeah, so you're good, man. You could
Yeah.
you could do that. And if you don't want to take any risks, just put it in the stablecoin pools. You'll still
Right.
get like 12, 13% a year. Still like
Okay.
4x what you're gonna get at the bank, regardless.
Right.
You know.
Right.
But if I were you, I would actually go for the new incentivized Polkadot pools, like the
Okay.
Bitcoin Polkadot, Bitcoin Ethereum Polkadot. Those two, I think they're like
Right.
120 and 200% each.
Oh, okay. That'll be nice. That's very good.
Yeah, man. Like,
It's
why would you only
unbelievable.
get
Yeah.
13?
Yeah.
Get him 200.
120% is unbelievable. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, where are you gonna get that? And
Right.
and and there's not much risk because both tokens are blue chips. We're talking Bitcoin and Polkadot, Ethereum
Right.
and Polkadot. I mean, that's all
Right.
top 20 cryptos. They're not going to
Right.
zero. And if anybody
Right.
tells you that, like, I'm sorry, but they're retarded. Like, I think everybody at this point knows, like, Bitcoin is not going anywhere. BlackRock owns 80 billion of it.
Right.
There's an ETF for Polkadot,
Yeah.
and not for Polkadot, not yet, but I think they're working on one. But either way, Polkadot is not going anywhere either. Okay, they're extremely
Right.
well financed. It's a $6 billion, blockchain. Like, actually, Polkadot technically is the most decentralized of all blockchains in the world. Yeah, I don't know if you know that. They have the highest Nakamoto score. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Yeah.
yeah. Like, I think Nakamoto score for which is like the score they assign to measure how decentralized it is. I think Ethereum is at like 25. Bitcoin is at whatever 60, 70. I mean, you can Google it. It's
Yeah.
on there.
What about
But
Uniswap? Uniswap is good or?
yeah, it's good. It's on Ethereum, but everybody's on Uniswap. That's part of the
Right.
problem. That's why the yields are so low because
Right.
everybody knows about it, and as you know, the more people are in the pool, like that pie gets like divided between everybody. That's the
Right. Right.
problem. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like there's an unlimited. I mean, yeah, obviously, if there's more trading activity, then the pie gets bigger and everybody gets a bigger piece. So that is
Yeah.
true. But what you want to be is where the pie is big and there's very few people in there. So your
Right.
your your slice is like way bigger, which is what happens. That's why, I'm doing Moonbeam, like liquidity mining, not like Uniswap and Ethereum and Base like everybody else. Because you want to be where it's like unknown, but they're giving out incentives. And there's trading
Right.
going on, which is
Right.
what's happening on StellaSwap. And now they're also going to be releasing, I think, on July, sorry, not June, July 1st, the V Stella upgrade. So
Okay.
that's gonna be interesting. You could basically like buy their token, lock it up for voting rights, and then you get boosted APYs on the pools.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. So yeah, like they're gonna incentivize, and plus you're gonna get 83% of all or their share of the trading fees. Like if you're doing
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah, like kind of like a profit revenue sharing type of thing, where they're like, oh, buy our token, lock it up. So I know I'll be picking up quite a bit of Stella. Pro tip for everybody. But it goes up and down, so not
Okay.
financial advice. Just once again, something
So
something
this
that I'm doing.
so this 120% API you said
Yep.
that's in the initial videos that you put up for the site or
What do you mean?
as to
If you go
which
to, if you go to let me see actually. I'll tell you right now how much it is. If you go to the actual pools, like live pools, I'll tell you right now what it is. Let's see. Pool. Let's see what's the current one. Come on, pools. Load. There we go. All right. So right now the dot BTC is 198% APY and East dot is at 157%, not
oh, okay.
125. Sorry. So yeah,
Okay.
it's more actually
Very good. Yeah.
than what I
150
was
is
saying.
amazing. Never
Yeah,
heard of that percentage anywhere. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, look at this. It's like free money they're giving out,
Right.
man. That's why I'm trying to figure out, how to like convince people, to get in there and like do liquidity mining, because everybody
I
thinks
think
this APYs are like a scam. That's my biggest
yeah.
problem. They're like, "Oh my
Okay.
God, it can't be that high. It's a scam." I'm like, Jesus Christ, people. Like, yeah, there's no winning with you. You know, I give you crazy APYs, it's a scam. If it's too low, oh my God, it's not enough. I'm like, like
Right.
come on. Yeah, they want like 150%, I guess, on stable coins. Yeah, I'm like, really? They want no risk, and yeah, like look, right now it's 16.2% on the stablecoin pool. Like
Oh, okay.
that's not enough, but people I don't understand. Like if you want no risk, here you go, 16%. You want to take a little bit of risk on, like I mean, risk. What risk is there? If you're holding Ethereum and Polkadot, who cares, right? Collect the
No,
income.
that's what I'm thinking. What is the risk here? Because the only thing is Ethereum or Polkadot price can go down, but ultimately it'll
Yeah,
come up
that's
with
it.
the interest rates.
That's the risk. I mean, that
Yeah.
literally, but if you're
But
holding it long
ultimately,
term, it doesn't
yeah,
matter
it's going to
because it's
come
up
up.
and down.
Yeah. Right.
Just don't get
Yeah.
out of the pool when the price is low. Like, duh.
Right.
That's
Right.
it.
Got it.
Like,
Yeah.
obviously, I mean, one would think that would be kind of, self-evident,
Yeah.
right? If you put it in,
Exactly.
in in the pool and it goes down, stay in the pool and farm 157% on your money. You're
Right.
good, right?
Right.
Then if when you want to get out, just wait until, the price bumps up a little bit, or wait until the yield covers like the difference that you lost, right? And
Right.
then some.
Right.
But
Yeah.
but in my opinion, why? Just wait until it goes back up, because it always does long term. I mean,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
bull markets, bear markets, but this is not like
I
a
mean,
trading thing.
yeah. I mean, I would be concerned if it was a meme coin, but Ethereum
Right.
and Polkadot
Yeah,
are
but
going
Ethereum
to
Polkadot,
survive
come
for a
on.
long time. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a long-term play. I mean, those are
Yeah,
long-term
they'll be there
investments
until
anyway.
cryptos are there. Yeah.
Yeah, if it was some weird ass like, butt coin or fart coin or something like
Right.
that,
Exactly.
yeah, I get it. But we're talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Polkadot?
Right. Yeah.
Really? Number one, number two crypto, and what's
Right.
Polkadot like number 15 now, 17,
Right.
something like that. Like yeah, like that's why I chose Stealth Swap because they don't really have any like crazy meme coins on there. I mean,
Okay.
if you like, yeah, let me share my screen actually. Might as well. Right. There we go. Yeah, yeah. See it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let me just
179%. Wow. What is that USDT
uh
dot? 179?
let's see. Uh
The
use
fifth one.
uh
Come
yeah.
down.
Which one?
There's a 178%.
Yeah, yeah. USDT, Tether, and Polkadot. 178%.
Wow.
Like,
Stablecoin pair is 178%.
well, half
That's
stable coin. It's one stable coin, half stable coin,
yeah.
half Polkadot. Yeah,
Right.
if the price is basically like stable, it's not going up and down. That's the place to be. I mean, you basically like half of it is a stable coin, the other half is in Polkadot. Like,
Right.
it's not going anywhere. Hold on, let me share my thing. Let me open a separate window because I got a whole bunch of AI crap like opened up. 1 second. There we go. Much better. People don't like it when there's too many tabs open, whatnot. Yeah. Like, look at this APYs, man. And, like, nobody knows about this. Like, there's like only like what? Look at this. Pool. There's only 4 million in the whole like exchange, right? Look at this.
Wow. That's very little.
Yeah, there's 4 million. Look at Uniswap. Uniswap probably has like 3 or 4 billion in there. All these
Right.
people just like crowding in there trying to get that little, those tiny rewards. Oh my God, it's safe. Meanwhile, they could just go to Moonbeam. There's only 4 million bucks in there, and you can get all that. Like look at this. Incentives. If you go to like ETH dot, if you click on the little eye, it gives you the breakdown. Look at this. Trade fees.
Right.
Yeah, it's not bad. 88%. See, trading fees and 64% on top of that from Polkadot. See? Incentives.
Right.
Yeah, now we're talking. Freaking look at this UGC Glimmer. 400%.
Wow.
Like really? Yeah, look at this. Polkadot is incentivizing that too. See the 200%? That's coming from Polkadot. Literally
Right.
free money. Like, and people like I don't know. I don't get it. Man, I gotta step up my marketing efforts, man. Like people gotta know about this.
Okay.
Yeah, this percent, look at this, 440% on Stella Glimmer. Nice.
So this Stella Glimmer and all, they're like, what do you think? They're like stable or is it
They're,
better to
they're,
go for
I think they're,
ETH
I
or?
think they're bottomed out at this point. They're pretty like stable at the bottom. I mean, Stella is like 1.6 cents right now. Glimmer is like
Okay.
6 cents. you know. So I would say
Right.
they're pretty much bottomed out because I guess they're just not doing too much marketing, even though both projects are super solid. I mean, Glimmer is Moonbeam, which is the biggest parachain on like all of Polkadot, not like some shitcoin. That's their gas token, Glimmer. And Stella is like Stella Swap's native token, which like I said, I don't know. So I'm probably gonna get a bag. Not financial advice, but I'm definitely getting some Stella, just to use for boosting my pools. Basically,
Right.
just only for that it's worth it. Yeah, yeah, man. And
So,
look at this. It's all like, it's no shit
okay.
coins. It's all like good stuff. Like Tether, like USDC, USDT, two biggest stable coin. USDC actually just
Right.
went public, so they're a publicly traded company now. Circle, not Circle. Yeah, Circle. That's right. What am I talking about? That is the company. Yeah, I think their stock tripled from the IPO, man. I wish I bought some. That was like a no-brainer. Damn it. Yeah, sorry, man. What were we gonna say?
So, so what happens when, let's say I go for this Stella and Glimmer? What
Yep.
happens when the market goes down? I still get 446, or it goes down because the price of the
When market
tokens are
when
down?
market what goes down?
When the token price goes down, market goes down.
Oh, you're still getting like that, that's not affected. You're still getting your APY, just the
I
dollar
see.
value of the, money in the pool, the principal is affected. Like you still have the
I
same
see.
number of tokens, Stella and Glimmer. It's just their dollar value is affected. But that's what's called impermanent loss. It goes up and down. It only becomes permanent when you exit the pool,
Right.
So the trick is like don't exit if you're at a permanent loss. Unless you want to do it, maybe you're like, oh man, this other pool is giving me 3,000%, right? And like, and
Right.
I lost like 20% on the impermanent
Right.
loss. So why don't I just like get out, get into the other pool, and just make that back within like 3 hours, right? I mean, then yeah, you could do that,
But
or you could just
but
stay in there and just farm.
is this APR based on your principal? For example, let's say I put $1,000 now on Stellar Glimmer, and let's
Yep.
say next month it goes down to, let's say, $500. So that APR is based on that changing principal, or how does that work?
Well, no, what do you mean? Yeah, it's like
I
whatever the
mean,
money is in there. Yeah, I guess it
like I
changes
put
also.
now
Yeah, if it
thousand
goes to
dollars,
like
right?
yeah, if it goes to
Uh,
like $1, then yeah, you're gonna get that percentage APR of that $1. But you're still
I
getting
see.
the crazy returns. I mean, I highly doubt that though. I mean, it's pretty bottomed out at this point. I mean, if you're worried about that, just go for the stable pools. They're not going
Okay.
anywhere. That's always $1.
Right.
So,
Okay.
but like I highly doubt something like Polkadot and Ethereum are gonna go down 98%. You kidding me? If that
Right.
happens, the
Right.
whole
No,
market
no,
will
I
freaking
meant
implode.
the Glimmer and the Stella.
Yeah,
I
well,
meant the
listen,
Glimmer and
it's
the Stella.
it's high risk, it's micro caps, but at the same time, they could also go 20x up, Stella and
Right. Right.
Glimmer. So it's not only impermanent loss, it could also be impermanent gain, right?
Right. Right.
I've had that happen to some of my students where they in the bear market, the guy put in like 3-4K and then it 4x'd basically from the bottom.
Right.
So
Right.
his whatever the 3K they put in now was 12 grand, and he was still making that APR on 12 grand now, not three.
Okay. Okay. So
See,
the
so it's
principal changes based on the price of the pair
yeah,
per month.
it's well because you're basically, and also it's based on the tokens that you're getting the rewards in.
Right.
Because sometimes you get like, for example, you could look here. See here, you're getting it in Stella. So, for example, you got 400% APR in Stella, but then Stella like 4x, so your rewards would 4x as well, and that would get reflected in
Okay.
the APR,
Got it.
yeah.
Got
So,
it.
I mean, they are micro caps, Stella and Glimmer, so they'll be more volatile. If you don't
Right.
wanna deal with that at all, just go for like stable coins or go for, like dot Ethereum, dot Bitcoin. Where do they have that? Yeah, like dot st dot c, like the synthetic dot. Still not bad,
Yeah.
16%. That's literally same token. Like so, it's
Right. Right.
perfectly correlated. It goes up and down. Yeah, there you go. Dot Bitcoin, 200%, and dot or Bitcoin, they're not going down more than like 4, 5,
Right. Right.
10%
Right.
max. I mean, Bitcoin goes up like what, like 3, 4% usually, like max. Yeah, like I mean, it done like crazy. What is it, like 15% run from like 95 to like 110K
Right.
a month back, But I mean, it goes up and down, so you can just wait until it like bounces back up.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
Dot and Bitcoin, I have no doubt they'll come back. There
yeah,
is no
yeah,
problem with that.
and it's, yeah, or you can just
Just you have to
hold it
hold
through
it.
like the bear and the bull. Just hold it for like a
Right.
year, 2 years,
Right.
and meanwhile you're still collecting. That's why I think this is like perfect for like pensioners, students, housewives, because they have like money that's just lying there anyway, which they're not using.
Right.
So they might as well put it into this and just get the income, which comes in every day, every
Right.
minute. So whatever. And they don't really care about like the market, where the price is going, unless they're talking quadruples. Then it'd be good to like kind of get it out of there and lock it in. And then
Right.
wait until everything drops again, and then put the increased amount back in there. That's how you can
Right.
play it
Right.
as well. And
Right.
then hopefully you can ride those cycles like back and forth, like bam, 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 bam. I mean, that's kind of what I try to
Right.
do. That's the double dip, right? You're trying to get the yield and you're trying to get the principal, kind of growth
Right.
on top of that, on the
Right.
token. But that's already like a bit of a like trading type of deal. If you don't want to deal with any of that, like just go for stables. I mean, you can get
Yeah.
60% a year, basically guaranteed, like without
Yeah.
any without think about it.
I mean, if you're just putting $1,000, then it's good to go for Stellar GLM, GMLR. But then if you're going to put a lot of capital, then better to go for Ethereum or Bitcoin or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like that.
yeah. It's risk profiles. I mean, and you can also
Yeah.
split it in like three, four buckets, right? You can put
Right.
like you can do like if you have like $1 million, let's say, you know, or whatever, 200K, you can just put like 80% of it in the stablecoin pool,
Right.
to lock
Exactly.
in that 60% per year, right? So you're getting like,
Right.
30, 40K per year guaranteed. That's like your living money. And then the rest, like 20%, put it in like dot Bitcoin for like, 200%, right?
Right.
So now on that 20K, you're getting like another 40K a year in addition to the 30 you're already getting. And there you go. You got like blended income of 70K, right? Like that's good to go. That's like what, like five K a month, right?
Right.
Actually more than that, like five and a half, something like that. Yeah.
So
Or yeah.
when you're withdrawing, like let's say you put in Stellar GLMR, when you're withdrawing,
Yep.
you change it to USDC and then withdraw into your MetaMask and then transfer it to your Coinbase
Yep.
or some.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. That's all you do. Yeah, it's pretty simple. I mean, if you want to do that, if you think Stella is gonna go up in the next week or so, you could just withdraw it in Stella, wait until it pops up, and then fix it into dollars with USDC, for
I see.
example, right? Because like you see, that's when you want to like fix your gains, right? You're like, oh, maybe it'll
Right. Right.
drop like tomorrow, and I got like $1,000 in rewards. So I'm gonna
Right.
convert it to USDC. Yeah, and then you just use the Squid router, send it to Base, and then from Base, send it right into your Coinbase account. That's it.
Right.
Then like convert it to cash, or you don't need to actually convert it to cash. You can just use one of those debit cards they have now, Coinbase debit card.
Right.
I got one like a couple of months back. It's pretty good. You can
Right.
basically set the balance to be either in USDC or Bitcoin, and just like use that balance straight from the card. As a credit card,
Okay.
you can withdraw cash at ATM, and it'll basically like sell whatever you withdrew. So if I have
Right.
like
Right.
5K of Bitcoin and I want to take out $1,000 in cash, bam, I
Right.
go to the ATM and then I'll just sell like $1,000 of Bitcoin to cover
Oh,
my
nice.
withdrawal.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't need the bank even anymore. Like technically,
Right.
you could just like have a Coinbase account, and that card. That's it. And you can use it everywhere.
Right.
Like you can use it
Right.
online. You can use it in stores with the NFC chip. He has like a tap thing, and you can use any ATM. I think they charged me
Right.
like my bank charged me like $2. Because it's like
Right.
a foreign ATM. People, who cares, man? That's two freaking dollars. Like it's no big deal. Like I can pay that. Yeah, I mean, that's what Coinbase trying to be. They're trying to be like a crypto bank instead of
Right.
just
Right.
like just an exchange. Yeah, I
Right.
saw. I could have bought freaking coin at like $60. But I already had all my
Right.
money either in the business or in the pools, where I was getting a lot more than that. But I'm
Right.
seeing all these things, but it's all about capital. Always like, man,
Right.
where do I put it? Do I put it in stocks? Do I put it in Bitcoin? Do I put it in the pools for passive income? I mean, shit, if you
Right.
have money, put it in all three. That's kind of the smart play. I wish I had
Right.
done some of that, but hey, it is what it is. That's the choice you got to make, right? Like gains or income. If you have money, go for
Right.
both, right? And gains in
Right.
Bitcoin, gains in stocks. Yeah, because I mean, I saw that Coinbase was undervalued big time. And it was like
Right.
$60. I'm like, come on. You know how much money they're making only on base validation fees? I think it's like 400K a month or something like that. Yeah.
Coinbase is like it's a super scam for users because they charge so much fees. If you
Yeah,
see
Coinbase,
Binance and
yeah.
all, they don't charge as much fees. Coinbase, every time you sell, they sell at a different price than market price. And every time you buy
Yeah.
the same thing. Coinbase,
Yeah.
like
Well,
it's easy to
there
operate, but they
yeah.
unless you use Coinbase advanced, you don't get the price you want. They
Yeah.
take a
I
lot
use I
of
use actually Coinbase One. I pay them $30 a
okay.
month and
Yeah,
there are
even I
no
use that. Yeah.
y- yeah, and so I don't pay them anything. I mean, they still get me on the spread a little bit, but
Exactly.
but which is okay. I mean, they have to make money, they are a company. They're not a non-profit. They do have to make some money. But,
Right.
it's reasonable. Like I'm not against it. They listen, they provide a good service. I'm in New York. I have no other options.
Yeah.
I literally have only Coinbase and Gemini. That's it. I can't even use Kraken.
Yeah.
I can't use Kraken. I can't use Binance. I can't use like anything. So, beggars can't be
Yeah,
choosers.
same thing happened to me. Like I was in Binance, then they said they're closing down, coming with Binance.us.
Yep.
I had to move all those coins to some other this thing, but I couldn't move the Binance coin, so I just sold it.
Yeah.
And once they came with Binance.us, the Binance coin went from $1 to like $500 or something. I was like
Yeah.
going crazy. Like, man,
Same.
if they
You
didn't
kidding me?
do this, I would have at least
I
got
had
some
BNB
thing.
at 20 cents, man. I had to sell it to like to pay rent. Like I was back in the day, like when I was traveling.
Yeah,
Yeah, So
right,
yeah, I know the pain. Like if I didn't sell that, I had like a huge stack I bought at 20 cents. But
right.
life happened and I had to sell it. I was forced to sell it. Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
But yeah, it's crazy. But that's okay. There's always more ways
Yeah.
to make money in crypto. No worries.
Right, right,
There's always something new. When I saw Solana drop to $6, I knew I had to buy in, but I put everything into this business, so I was like, man, I have no like free cash. Yeah, I knew that was gonna go up because it was dumped way too much. They're like
right,
they acted like SBF owned Solana or something. I'm like,
right.
seriously? Like he doesn't own shit. This guy's gonna be in jail soon, and Solana is gonna keep going. Like the yeah, he owned a
Right,
lot of Sol, but he's not like that was his chain or anything like that you know?
right.
And then the whole meme coin thing hit on Solana, and I was like, God damn it, I saw this coming too. Shit. I'm like
What do
that.
you think of
Yeah,
Hype and Hyperliquid? Have you heard of them or?
yeah. I know all about Hyperliquid, man. They're like way too, inflated, like the price and the market cap. Yeah, and then they pretend to be DeFi, but they're not DeFi. They're like super centralized.
They're
Because
centralized. Only five or
yeah.
six people have all the most of the coins, is what I heard in the Hyperliquid.
Yeah. And plus they control all the transactions. Like I don't know if you saw that scandal with that guy that opened the position and they bankrupted his ass. Yeah. So I mean, Hyperliquid. Because I'm also in a bunch of like, Russian trading groups, so like I get all the insight and everything.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, like I know like, the owner of that group, he knows like the people behind Hyperliquid and how they're pumping it and whatnot. It's a shame because, like number one exchange in Polkadot, like Stella Swap, is like a
Right,
5 million market cap. Meanwhile, some piece of crap like Hyperliquid is like 15 billion or something like that.
right,
I
exactly.
mean, come on, like whatever. That's why, yeah, screw those guys. Like 20 guys control the whole thing, like the validators or
Right,
whatever.
exactly.
Come on, like, and they're like, we're decentralized. I'm like, no, you're not. Like, why are you lying? You're not decentralized. Come on. You're as decentralized as the mafia. Basically. Yeah, so decentralized. 20 dudes in Dubai, sitting smoking hookahs, like controlling everything, deciding who's gonna make money, who's gonna lose money. Like that guy that opened a short on I think it was a fat coin or something like that.
Uh-huh.
That he found like a loophole and they just like paused all his stuff and just robbed him basically. I'm like, yeah, I saw
Okay.
that coming. Yeah, that's why I don't trust any of those like fake DeFi platforms. I trust something like Polkadot, Moonbeam, Stella Swap. Uniswap is good too. I'm not gonna throw shade on them, but
Right,
the returns are garbage. So that's not their fault. That's just everybody knows Uniswap. They've done a great job marketing. I wish StellaSwap
right.
did a better job marketing. Maybe more people would like buy my stuff. You know, I mean, I'm doing the best I can, but it's just me, right?
Yeah. This
Whatever.
telescope and moonbeam, I'm only hearing it through you. I haven't
Exactly. I'm like
heard it
literally the
from-
only guy doing the marketing. Like they don't pay me anything, these people, just so you understand. Like nothing. I'm like, I'm the only one doing anything. Maybe I should apply for grants to Polkadot myself. You know, be like, listen, I'm doing
right,
all this like job. I'm doing your job for you. Like maybe you should put me on a salary or something, or
right.
as the brand
For
ambassador. But
every user you give them, you should have a link that pays you out,
yeah,
that
I should, man. Like, I brought in so many people into like their ecosystem, but that's okay though. It's fine. I'm working with this other guy on a project where he's hooking up like hotels with Wi-Fi in each room
right,
and basically like paid Wi-Fi. And like on the landing page is gonna be my webinar on there, my the ads for everything for Stella Swap. So yeah, like I'm solving the problem for them. When I solve it for good,
oh,
I'm gonna talk to the guys on the team and be like, I think you should
right,
give me a fat Stella stack, for my valiant efforts over the past 7 years. Like, like I mean,
right,
I think it's only fair. Like nobody else is driving users for them except me. I mean, whatever. They're posting their little posts on X, but I'm not seeing much engagement to be to be fair. But it's okay. It's fine. They listen. They build a great product, so at least that's something I could recommend, something I could depend on. Like it's reliable,
right,
and I know them, and I can put my face on it. So that's already something. Yeah, and I
right,
mean, once they put the Via Stella on, like it's gonna be good, man. Like then
right,
people be able to get more fees. Like the Stella value is gonna accrue. They're gonna do like governance through Via Stella, so people can like vote because they want to be like a DAO.
right,
So like users can run the thing because they've been promising the DAO thing for the past 5 years, but I get it. It takes time to develop that because
right.
it's
So
the
this
development.
teleswap and this moonbeam and all, if you're in United States, you need to have a VPN or you can just
No, no, no. It's good to go. Yeah, if you're in the
okay,
States, you can use it. That's why I chose them. Because like
okay,
Binance, you can't do it. Even
right,
well, technically, if you're in DeFi, it doesn't matter. Anybody could use it in the world. The only bottleneck is this are the centralized exchanges. You know, that's it.
right,
Once you get through the gatekeepers, which are the freaking Binance and Coinbase and Kraken, once you get your crypto out of there into a MetaMask wallet, you don't need
right,
anything. I mean, this is accessible to anybody in the world, maybe except China and Russia. Don't
right,
quote me on
okay,
that because their internet is all like basically blocked and firewalled and like they're doing crazy things. But I mean, outside of those crazy places, like anybody can use it. Like this is
right,
available to everybody. But
right,
the good thing, like I mean, I guess bad thing for me, is that not many people know about it. So like that's where you get all these crazy yields, right? Once I cracked the marketing puzzle, and because I signed a contract with this marketing company, and they just basically totally screwed up the whole job. So now I have to do it myself as usual, like everything. Like okay, fine. If you want it done right, do it yourself, right? That these people like
right,
promise me the world. They're like, oh man, just work on the product, just work on the back end, make sure the course is great, like and synced up. Make sure the support is great. Be ready for like 100 orders a day. I'm like, okay. So I did that for the past like 2 months, and they haven't delivered jack shit, you know? So I'm like, all right, fine. I guess, well, I mean, it was still good. I still delivered value for you guys, So you kind of got the
right,
benefit of that. So, but now I'm like switching all the way back to the distribution marketing side of things because I
nice,
have to make money. I have to I do this full
right,
time. I don't have another job that like pays me. So, I gotta get the money in the bank. Otherwise, things gonna be bad. But that's okay. I got it handled now.
yeah,
Now that I'm like, fine. Yeah. So you can't depend on anybody in this world, especially in business. Like have to
right,
control
that's true.
everything yourself. It's true, yeah.
Yeah,
Every time I'm like, oh man, at least they're gonna take care of this thing for me. Nope, nope, they're not. They will screw me again, And like, yeah, just do it yourself. Yeah, I'm like great. Thanks for the advice. That's really useful. Yeah, like I didn't know
right,
that. You know. But anyway, yeah, man.
yeah.
But
Seeing these APIs, I'm pretty motivated. I'm going to do today itself,
yeah,
see
I
your
think
videos.
everybody should be
Follow up,
motivated
and
seeing that.
yeah,
Jesus.
that's
Like, cause
crazy
I'm
API.
motivated.
Yeah,
Like, I think I'm gonna put some more money in now. Like, shit, I didn't have time to even look at it. I didn't know it was like 400% on freaking USDC Glimmer. I mean, damn. Yeah, Stala Glimmer, 400%. Yeah, that's good stuff. And they're pretty correlated. I mean, when Glimmer goes up, Stella goes up, you know? That's what you want.
Okay.
You want basically if you want to get like maximum principal growth, you should find tokens that are
Uh,
like bottomed and that are correlated. You know, and then when they both go up together, that's when you get those, 4 or 5x. And obviously the
okay.
400% a year doesn't hurt either, right? While you're waiting for
But then
that to happen.
how come USDC and Glimmer is 395% when USDC is pretty stable, right? The
Yeah,
next
but
one.
see, if USDC is it's good when it's stable, when the price doesn't change. But then if, for
Right,
example, Glimmer starts going up and USDC stays the same, that's also
right.
gonna cause loss, impermanent loss, because they're gonna diverge, you know? So
Okay.
that's yeah, it's not like you always want the two tokens to go up together and go down together. That way,
Oh, okay. Okay.
yeah, that way they're correlated basically. You know, that's
Okay.
why
Got it.
in the course, if you look in the theory section, I give like the correlation like index. There's like a link where you
Right.
can see how correlated the tokens are. Correlation is simple. It basically means they go up together and go down together. That's it. You know,
Right.
like for
Okay.
example, stables are perfectly correlated. They're always one
Right.
dollar, so it's like
r-
100% correlation. Like they're always gonna be $1. They're not going up. They're not going down. See, or
Right.
like for example, dot st dot, right? This one right here.
Right.
That's also perfectly correlated. It's exactly same token. So like it's always gonna go up and down. That's why it's 16% because it's literally like stablecoin. Like you're not gonna get a loss, and it's Polkadot. So like it's been pretty stable for the past like 5 years. So I don't think that's gonna change anytime
Right.
soon. They're already at like a $6 billion market cap. So they're not like
Right.
some shit coin, right? Then like for example, ETH dot fairly correlated too, you know, like
Right.
but ETH could run theoretically and dot could stay stable, so that's why it's 157%. But it's not just based on that. It's based on all these factors where it's like it's correlation, it's trading volume on that pair. Obviously, the more trading, the more fees. See, like if you look here, yeah, like trade fees, see, they're like almost 90% of the rewards. So there's a lot of trading going on between Ethereum and Polkadot,
Right.
back and forth. See, and there's also like dot rewards right now. There's a program like a grant that was given to Stella Swap by Polkadot. So see, they're giving 200 dots per day. That's what that means. When it says allocation, yeah. So every day,
Oh,
basically 200 dots every day is giving out to liquidity providers. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that's what that means. See, that 64% comes from that. And then Stella
So
is
then,
also throwing
out
in
of
like a
200, you will get some percentage, right? Little
yeah,
percentage.
well, it's basically the way it works is it's that and the trading fees are distributed between all the people in the pool
Okay.
based on their concentration and
Right.
obviously their capital. It's all calculated in real time, and that's it.
Right.
So if you would have like you see right here, it's 145. Like here, 24-hour volume. It's pretty good. Yeah, look at this, $145,000 of trading volume in a day, and there's only
Right.
150K total in the pool. That's
Right.
crazy. Think about it. The trading volume is the same as the
It's
freaking money
the
in the pool. That's
right.
insane.
It's kind of very little. Yeah. So
Yeah,
small
that's
amount
like,
can move a lot.
geez.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what you want to see. You want to see lots
Right.
of trading volume, 140 grand in a day, and
Right.
very little, money in the actual pool, 150K. That's
Right.
so those people that put in 150K, they're getting all of this trading volume, plus they're getting the dots they're giving out to people like yeah on top of that
Right.
that's where 97% comes from see
Right.
unlike in FTX where he was giving out 20%, that 20% came from nothing, from funny money.
Right.
It was a freaking
Yeah.
Ponzi. You didn't know where
Yeah.
it was coming from. Like, oh, I'm getting 20%. Yeah, but where is it coming from? you know
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, that's a problem. You should know because eventually it comes crashing down, and those people found out the hard way how it's like
Right.
yeah. They're like, oh man. So he came from this Luna token that went to zero basically. Now I'm screwed. Yep. That's what happens. Yep.
Right.
No, they learned
How
later.
come? Right. How come they don't have BTC but they have wrapped BTC? Is there a reason for that? If you come
Well, yeah,
down,
because Bitcoin, you can't have native Bitcoin on an Ethereum like EVM compatible chain.
oh, this is a EVM
Of course, yeah.
exchange.
No, it's not
Okay.
EVM. It's EVM compatible
Okay.
parachain, Moonbeam. Yeah. Basically, you
Okay.
can run Ethereum dApps natively on Moonbeam. You don't need to do anything. You can just,
Okay.
migrate them, and the code, like the Solidity code, will work on there.
Okay.
Yeah, which is
Okay.
like the whole point of Moonbeam. It's basically it's compatible with all the Ethereum stuff, but it has
Right.
the decentralization and security of Polkadot protecting it. So it kind of has the best of both worlds, because Ethereum is
Okay.
not decentralized. It's like 25 validators basically control the whole thing.
Okay.
If they get in one room together, they can just decide to invalidate every single transaction and just take all the money. Yeah,
Right.
which is not great. I mean, that's not something I'd wanna. I mean, Ethereum is great. Nobody's gonna do that, obviously, because they'll be dumb to do that. Because first of
Okay.
all, they'll get jailed. They'll go to jail. I mean, that's like that's a crime. That's a crime. They would get hunted down by FBI. So not great. But still, right? Why take the risk? Like I don't see a point when you can get more,
So
and less risk.
right. But here is where I had a question like you have
Yeah.
DOT and BTC. So both coins going up, is it percentage or it's actual dollar value? Because BTC actually will go up like crazy, right? Whereas DOT will be like maybe 10 or $20, right? So
Well, yeah, if Bitcoin goes up like crazy, that's going to be in permanent loss, right? Like they're not correlated. That's,
right,
you're going to incur some
exactly.
permanent loss. Yeah, that's what happens. If DOT is going up the same amount, same percentage as Bitcoin, at that time, then great. But that's what you get, the crazy returns. I mean, that's that's meant
I
to
mean, the
compensate.
returns are based on percentages or it's based on actual dollar value. The sense that uh,
Percentage of the capital, what it is. Yeah,
okay,
they calculate basically. They can also, I think, calculate based on like the tokens, but I think they calculate in dollar value. I mean, you can look it up in the docs. They have like a whole formula there.
okay.
If you go to
Because my point is
docs.stellaswap.com.
DOT can go up 10%. Let's say BTC
Yeah.
also goes up 10%, but the dollar value of BTC going up 10% is way more than DOT going up 10%, right? So then
Yeah,
what
it's all
happens
it's
when
relative value, you know.
okay,
Yeah, it's like as long as they go up the same percentage, then you're
right.
not gonna incur permanent loss. Like
Oh,
not
okay,
that.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Like for example, if that goes up 5% and Bitcoin goes up 5%, nothing changes. Like it's
Okay, okay, okay,
same.
okay, okay.
Yeah, same
So
if it
I
goes
thought
down. If it goes down
I
5%,
see.
yeah. But if like that goes down 10% and Bitcoin goes up 10%, right? Now they're diverging. Now they're not correlated, and
Okay,
you know
okay.
you
I
get some
see.
permanent loss. Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
but
mean, if
but it's still
percentage is
impermanent.
there, then it's fine. Yeah, if
Yeah,
percentage
yeah.
is there, I thought they were going to take dollar value because BTC dollar
No,
value
no,
is very
no,
high, right?
no. No.
So
It's all
then,
percentage. Yeah, it's all relative. Because I mean, when
okay,
you provide liquidity, right, you put in kind of the same dollar amount or whatever it calculates for that concentration range, right, for
right,
that price range. Like
right,
yeah, and then it does different calculation based on a different like concentration range. Like the more
right,
concentrated you are, the bigger slice you're gonna get of the rewards. Because
right,
you get the most of the trading activity, right? Because it happens in a very tight range. Like people don't trade
right, right,
like infinity to infinity, right? They trade
right, right.
in a certain range, like the 94
Yes,
to like 105K, for example, for Bitcoin or whatever
right,
it is, right? And then the tighter you get that, but at the same time, the tighter it is, the more chance you're gonna get out of range and stop earning, right?
right,
So that's kind of like that. That's the balance you have to go for. It's like do I want like larger fees, but I'm gonna be earning less of that time, right? Or smaller fees, but I'm gonna earn the whole time, right? Like
right,
24/7.
right, right,
That's kind of like
right.
like if you go, yeah,
Stable coins or something.
yeah, stable coins, you're gonna be pretty much earning all the time because you get it super tight, and that's it.
Right.
Yeah, see, like yeah, like all these ranges. Plus, you can do you know manual range here with plus and minus. You could set your own range basically. Like yeah.
So do I need to set all this or it's all automated? I don't
It's up
need
to
to care.
you. You can set
Okay,
it to one of these preset ranges. See, the automated is disabled because Beefy hasn't integrated the new V4 pools on Stella Swap.
okay,
They're working on that. Them and freaking Squid Router. They're like super slow. Whatever. They'll get it done eventually. Yeah.
okay,
But for now, you can do this three, or you can set it manually. Like do whatever you want. You know.
okay.
Like yeah, this is basically price in dots. You know. So like if dot is $3, so that means there's like 27,000 dots per uh, Bitcoin, right? 27
I
times
see.
3 is like 100. 5,000, whatever it is right now. Yeah, like right now, see
Okay.
currently the price is 30,000 dots of Bitcoin. See right here. Yeah,
But if
data
I
is like $3, I think, if I'm not 3.2
okay,
bucks, something like that. Yeah.
I see. So I can choose conservative, standard, or
Yep.
for export I have to enter all the details, or it takes itself, or
No, it's also like a preset. These are three presets
oh,
basically.
okay,
That
presets. Okay.
that that and this one is, well, it's not working now. It'll work eventually. Yeah. Or you can also set it like this, see? Manually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
that you should
you see
know
this big
exactly what
thing?
you're doing, right?
That's the price. What's that?
Right. But to set it manually, you should know exactly what you're doing, right? Otherwise,
Well, no, you just predict like what the price is, basically. If like they give you these three presets, just to,
right.
kind of conservative, standard, expert, like basically this one is the widest, medium, and like, fairly tight. And if you're like a trader and you think Bitcoin price is going somewhere and you want to set it like super tight and just adjust it like 5 times a day to maximize
Okay.
your income and, to maximize the time that you're earning that income. That's
Right.
that's that's what you need to do. That's like a trading thing. You can do that too. That's why I like this liquidity mining, because you can basically like choose your risk, choose how much capital you want to allocate, choose your range. There's like all these ways to customize your risk, basically, right?
Okay.
There's like everything from no risk with stable coins to medium risk, with like blue chips, like Bitcoin dot, to go for like smaller caps, right? Let's see.
But
Let's do that.
with
Yeah.
conservative, will I still get that 400% return with conservative,
It
or it is
probably
lower?
probably not. Nah.
Okay.
I think they're showing like the best case scenario here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I don't
Got it.
think. I
Yeah.
mean, if you set it super wide, you're not gonna be getting like and I think now they adjusted it so the rewards are also giving out based on the range. You
I
know,
see.
because, well, I mean, it makes sense. Listen, people take more risk, they want more money. That's more risk, more reward.
Right.
That's
Right.
how everything works in life. You can't like
Right.
get into a stable pool, have no risk at all, and get 400%. I mean, that makes no
Right.
sense.
Right.
That's probably a scam or a Ponzi or something like that.
Right.
Because how are they gonna provide that kind of return with no trading like volume and things like
Right.
that. You
Got
know,
it.
but
I
yeah, that's
see.
fine. Yeah, like seeing monthly
Okay.
glimmer.
This is that means the 446 is maybe expert set
Well,
range.
you can always change the range. I mean, you can basically,
Okay.
once you deposit, like in your dashboard, it'll show you your actual APR, what you're getting,
Okay.
like in real time.
Okay.
And if it's not enough,
Okay.
you just, exit the position, open another one, set a tighter
Okay.
range, and there you go.
Okay.
It'll take you like 5 minutes.
Okay.
It's not like you set it and, oh, that's it. Oh no, I'm in there for the next
Okay.
year. No, and you
Okay.
could be, but you can always, plus you can also open another position. You can do like three positions with like three different ranges for the same pool, for
Oh, okay.
example.
Okay.
Like
Got
set
it.
up a third with like one range, third with another range, third with another range, and then kind of
Right.
experiment. And if you don't like one position, that's like too low, you just exit, and that's it. Or you can
Okay.
increase now. Yeah, I mean, it's a great product, man. You just gotta figure out how to get it in front of more eyeballs, and how to get them in there and through the system quickly, which is kind of probably gonna start offering like an upsell, like a rapid start upsell for like 497.
Okay.
For
Okay.
people that want like a
Yeah.
walkthrough and they don't want to do this themselves, like, and then they can just
Right.
use the course as the reference and the support. But like get them
Right.
in there right away so they start making money right away and get the cost of the product, recouped.
Right.
Yeah, I should have done that from the beginning, but I was just too busy. Like I was like, "Ugh, man, I didn't have time to like coach people one on one, but now I have, so that's okay. I'll start doing it now.
Right.
Yeah, man. So look at
Got
this
it.
daily volume, 630K. That's pretty good, man. On a
Right.
pool TVL of
Yeah.
4.8 million. Damn. They're basically doing what, like in 6 days, right? Like in a week.
Right.
They're
Yeah.
doing the whole TVL in 1 week. Jesus.
Right.
People
Yeah.
still not here? I don't get
Yeah.
it. Like, I guess they're all in Uniswap, right? They fell for the
Right.
ads. They're like, come to Uniswap. Yeah, we'll give you 7% a year. You know? Great. Yeah, that's amazing. Anyway, yeah, man. I guess. So
Okay.
you
So
got a
I
VIP session today, huh? Everybody
yeah,
else
I
who
was
asked for it.
expecting a lot of people and a lot of questions. Turned out to be
Yeah,
me.
yeah, that's fine. I guess
Yeah.
they don't have any questions. They don't want to hang out. That's
But
okay.
I'm happy. I got a VIP session.
Yeah,
So now
yeah, all good.
now I'm motivated to go
You
and look
win.
at your tutorials today, open up and then set up because looks very lucrative after seeing this.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, I mean, all the metrics are like top notch. Any trader that any farmer that looks at it will be like, holy crap, like I gotta get in there. It's just most of those
Right,
farmers don't even know about Polkadot or about Moonbeam
right,
or about Stella Swap. Like I think
right,
Stella Swap is just doing a terrible job marketing. I mean, I'm doing my best, to market them
right,
and get people in there, but it's tough because a lot of people don't
right,
understand what this is. Like if you don't explain to
right,
them, they think it's a scam. If you
right,
explain to
right,
them, they get confused. Their eyes go
right,
all glassy. They're like, what do you mean? Liquidity mining? Decentralized exchange? Oh my God, providing liquidity? Oh, it's too complicated. When it's not. It's not that complicated. I mean, you just
right,
put the freaking money in the pool and you get this. That's it. That's like, and the trade is trade. Then you get fees. I mean, I don't get it. Is it that complicated? I mean, it doesn't seem like
right.
it to me, but then again, I've been doing
Yeah.
this 14 years, so maybe I'm not the right person to judge that. Unfortunately, because for me, this
Right,
is all like super easy. But I'm not
right,
the customer though, right? I'm the
right.
expert, so that's why it's easy for me. Because I mean, it seems kind of no brainer. I mean, if I had like
Yeah.
5 million right now, I could like double that TVL, just put it all into the stable.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's just boom. Or just spread it across this and just collect half of that, all those fees.
Right.
Yeah, but of course, shit, I
Okay.
got I got scammed out of my millions too at one point. When I was clueless and didn't know what the hell I was doing and keeping my money in
Yeah.
banks, big mistake. And now now I'm paying for that now. Now that I'm an expert and I know how to do this, now I don't have the money, of course. Makes sense. I get it.
It's it's how
It's
life works. Man. When
catch
you don't know
22,
anything, you
man.
get
It's
scammed.
always like
Yeah.
this. It's
Yeah.
always like that. You don't know
Yeah.
crap, you get scammed, then you become an expert, but the money is already gone. So but that's all right.
Yeah.
I'll get the
I
money
got
back.
scammed so much with cryptos, with so many different exchanges. They
Yeah,
close,
same.
they open, and suddenly your money is gone. And
Yep.
I bought that coin which that South Korean guy started, and then he
Uh,
also put down, right? I forgot his
yeah.
name. That coin,
The one coin or something like that. Is that the
yeah, but
coin?
there's one
Yeah,
coin
yeah.
which went up like
See,
crazy. And
they're
then
doing
suddenly
freaking
one night
marketing.
it went, yeah, one night
That's
it fell down to
hilarious.
zero. It's like crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I got scammed like on 3 meme coins in a row on Solana. Like
Okay,
now we're starting our own meme coin, but whatever. We need money for marketing, this that. So yeah, I'll
right,
get to it. But that's why I put all my money, whatever was left, into this business, into like this, so I could teach
right,
people not to get scammed. And I've done that. Like my product is great. It all works, as you can tell. Now I just got to figure out the marketing distribution side of things which I
right,
thought I figured out with this company, but they let me down on that front. But that's okay. I'm doing my own thing now, so and
right.
it's going pretty well. I think within the year I'm gonna crack that, and then you better get some Stella coin because this is gonna be Stella Swap is gonna be like Uniswap.
So, so the Stella and GLMR, are they at bottom now, or what is your thoughts on the
Ba-
coins?
Basically, yeah. Like,
Okay,
yeah, I mean, they're pretty bottomed out. I mean, Stella is 1.6 cents. Glimmer is at 6, from like a buck. I would say,
okay,
I wouldn't say there's much left, to kind of drop,
right,
especially considering the Glimmer is being used as gas token on Moonbeam, and you see all the trading volume, right?
right,
Guess what those people are using to pay for gas?
right.
Glimmer.
Yeah,
Like it's literally has utility. You can't
right.
do any transaction on Moonbeam without Glimmer. Like you can't.
Okay,
It's impossible. Like you need Glimmer and you need to spend it.
right.
So there's utility. There's demand for it. That's why I don't understand like the price. I guess people are just dumb. They just dump it and they're like, whatever. Moonbeam is done. Even though Polkadot and Moonbeam are technically way superior to Solana or Ethereum. I mean, Bitcoin I'm
Right.
not talking about because Bitcoin it doesn't even have smart contracts. Bitcoin is just like digital gold. So it's not even competition. People are
Right.
like saying, "Oh, a lot of these people that try to get into liquidity mining, they're like, I'm a Bitcoin maxi." I'm like, good for you. Like, what does this have to do with anything? I don't understand.
Right.
Like Bitcoin doesn't provide you with income. It does not provide you with
Right.
passive income. You can't. I mean, yeah, I get it. It goes up, you can sell, and you can like use the money to live. I get it, right? But you have to sell it. you
Right.
can't you can't just like stake it or whatever. I mean, technically, I guess you can if you go to like crypto lending, but that's wrap Bitcoin. See, like I was saying, like right here, WBTC. So you could,
Right. Right.
I'm like, you could be a Bitcoin maxi, but just put your Bitcoin to work. You can get 100, what is it, 196% on your Bitcoin,
Right.
you
Right.
know? And DOT, I mean, technically, that's a perfect pair right there, DOT and Bitcoin, because
Yeah.
DOT is the best smart contract, ecosystem, and Bitcoin is the best value preservation,
Right.
ecosystem. And that's it. That's all you need to hold, Bitcoin and Polkadot. And if you
Right.
hold both of those, you can get 196% while holding.
Right.
That's it. And then the rest, just hold it in USDC and use
Right.
that for spending money instead of the bank account. I mean, that's
Right.
that's literally my portfolio. USDC, Bitcoin, Polkadot. That's it. Well, I mean, a little
Right.
bit of ETH, I guess. Okay, yeah, I like ETH. I mean, they're doing some things too. They're not bad. Super
Right.
centralized, but I believe in like the foundation and all that. I don't think they're gonna scam. So at the very least, Ethereum is not gonna scam. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, they're number two crypto in the world. Why would they do that? They're already winning,
Right.
right? I mean, they
I
have
mean, all
crap
this
tons.
altcoins will go up once the Fed start cutting rates, but
Yeah.
these Feds
Well,
are not
that
cutting
that and the
rates because they're
QE,
saying inflation and Trump's tariffs, so they are not ready to cut rates now.
Yeah,
So
but you're ignoring one factor, the Genius Act.
yes,
That
that
passed a
came
couple
out.
of days ago. So now what that means is that U.S. government can actually make stable coins
Right.
and airdrop them directly to people's wallets and do things like that. You know,
Right.
that's something they couldn't do before because before they would print the money and it'll go, to some organizations, corporations, banks, like trickle down. Now they can
Right.
actually like do digital printing of stable coins like USDC and
Right.
USDT. Yeah, and if they do that, then man, that might be like the quantitative easing, and then boom, the altcoins are gonna
Right.
freaking rocket. Yeah, then all the money is gonna flow out of Bitcoin and into alts and Ethereum and all of that
Yeah.
and Polkadot and that's why. And if you have money in like Stellar Glimmer, and that happens and it 20x's, right? You're gonna 20x your 1K while
Right.
getting 446%
Right.
APY on top of that. Yeah, which is like the whole goal. Like, and a lot of people now, like I do, JV launches and stuff. They're all waiting for like bear market to buy my stuff and to do this. So I actually sell more in the bear markets than bull markets because bull markets everybody wants
Right.
to gamble. They all want to speculate. Which
Right.
is not too smart because you can't predict when bull market is gonna be over, and then they're gonna be
But
caught.
but if you see Stella and Glimmer, it can't go down more than this, right? How much will it go down? It's
I
already
mean,
low.
technically everything can go down. There's
Yeah.
no guarantees. I mean, I don't have a crystal
Right.
ball, in front of me. Like, oh, let me see. Is it can it go down more? I guess. I know they're not going to zero. That's for sure. Like,
Right.
because I mean, look at it. Stella swap. This is the Stella. Look at his daily volume. You think it's going to zero?
Right.
Like,
No,
look
no
at his
way. Yeah.
TVL. Like
Yeah.
the protocol TVL is more than the market cap.
Right.
Okay, right now the pool TVL is the same as the market cap right now.
Right.
It's literally the same. That's ridiculous. Man, I need to buy more Stella. Damn it. Like I have all this inside. I'm not even using it. Yeah, and
Right.
Glimmer also. I mean, it's a gas token. How much more can it go down? Right? People need it. They're gonna
Right.
buy it. As simple as that. Yeah. But I don't know. I like Stella. I think I'm just gonna load up on that
Right.
and just because then you can also stake Stella like
Right.
here, you know, like single-sided staking. Come on,
Right.
why is this thing like
Oh,
yeah
you can
yeah
stake it, but
yeah of course. Oh, staking
uh,
APR though is crap. Look at this 5%.
but if
Screw
you
that.
stake it, you need to have Stella by yourself, right? Like you
Yeah
can't have it in pairs or something.
yeah yeah. I'll actually have some
Oh, nice. Yeah.
stake like Stella. Oh, that's all this Stella. That's not mine. Yeah, 500. Yeah, there's 500K of Stella basically
Oh,
staked. Yeah,
nice.
eight
Yeah.
percent. I don't know. I'd still rather go for the
But
pools, to
staking
be
is
honest.
locked, right? You can't withdraw that out and put it anywhere else.
Yeah, yeah. There's no locking. Yeah, you can stake it, unstake it, whatever.
Okay,
But I don't know. I kind of like the pools better because I mean,
right.
the APRs are way better. And
Yeah,
if you're in Stella, you might as well be in Glimmer. Who cares, right? Same
right, right.
thing. Same old, same old. Yeah. I think I'm
Right.
gonna once we finish this, I'll probably announce the rapid start promotion to all the
Oh,
people
okay.
in the Telegram
Nice.
chat and probably send out like an email blast to all the
Okay.
students because many people just like spend $1,000 on the course,
Right.
but they never finished it, never did anything with it, so that they didn't get any value out of it. So they might as
That's
well like
me. I spent 1,000 on the course. I
yeah.
didn't do anything with it.
Well, now you're getting all that value. See, like
Yeah.
now we're demoing the whole rapid start thing, right? Because basically what we're
Right.
doing now is kind of like rapid start. So like most of those
Exactly.
people, if you spend 1,000 and you have time to do it, might as well spend another $500, 497, and like get your money in there and get 3,000 back, right?
Right.
Like
Right.
one would think, like it makes sense. I mean, whatever,
Right.
like, especially with these APYs and the current promotions and everything. They're just
Right.
like probably have that money in the bank. But a lot of people
Right.
thought about that. They just don't have the time. Like they want to do this, but they can't do it because they have like, two jobs, they have kids, they have, travel plans, they have whatever. So maybe they just want to, be like, "Oh, I can do it like one weekend on a Sunday." And I'll just
Right.
schedule like a 2-hour session with them and I'll just like bam, just turbo, get them in there turbo mode. And that's it. They have the money
Right.
in there because once they go through it and they put the money in, that's it. They don't need to
Right.
spend any more time. Like,
Right.
especially if you go into like stablecoin, just put it in there and forget about it. Check like a
Right.
month later and just
Right.
collect the rewards. That's it.
Right.
Yeah, I should have offered that right away. Damn it. That kind of I think I dropped the ball on that one. But I literally had no time to do it though. You know,
Right. Yeah.
like that's that also
You
I'm
coming
also
up
very
with
short.
you're coming up with any new products or
Yeah, I
in the
mean, my
meantime
next
or
product, once I was supposed to be working on the product side now, but this freaking marketing
right.
people let me down. So now I have to do their job for them basically right now, and get that going. Yeah, the next product is gonna be like next level DeFi Advanced, where I'm gonna,
Oh, okay.
teach people how to use the beefy automation, like outside of Stella Swap now, like not Stella Swap.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Okay.
other things, where
Okay.
like for example, here I'll show you app.beefy, beefy. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen that. Yeah, like that's literally access to 20 blockchains and man, go away. And all the tokens and all the pools there, you know? Like you could just pick like see Arbitrum, Avalanche, Base, Barachain, they got BNB chain,
Oh,
Chronos,
wow.
like all of that. So you
How
you
did
can
they get
probably
all this?
what's that?
How did they get all of this?
You just go to Beefy right here,
Okay.
app.beefy.finance. Yeah, and you
I
can
see.
you can figure out it's not super hard or anything, but be
Okay.
careful though. This is not Stella Swap, so there could be some scam pools and
Oh, okay.
like
Okay.
yeah, gotta be careful. Like that's why I provide this because every single pool here is legit. Like you're not gonna get scammed. These are all like pretty
Right.
much blue chips as you can see. So this is perfect for like beginners who are just starting out
Right.
because it has guardrails. Once you get out to this you're getting into the wild, wild west. Just watch out. You know, you
Right.
can
Right.
you can get into some pool with some scam coin, and they'll just take all your liquidity, and you'll be left holding the bag. Yeah,
Right.
but like, look at this, 1,100 volts right here,
Right.
and this is full automation. You could do like
Right.
basically you get in there, and it automatically keeps you in range and collects all your fees and puts it back into the pool. Yeah.
Right.
That's what this thing does. So that's gonna be like the advanced part. It's not gonna be expensive. Like 497 also. Like my strategy
Oh,
is kind of to make it like this modules. So you pay like
right.
1,000, then you kind of like if you want the rapid start 497, bam, get you in there. You're making money. Then if you want to go advanced, you want to spread your funds between like 10 different chains and 20 different dexes, right? If you have like a lot of
Right.
money. If you have like a
Right.
million dollars, for example, you could use this thing. And if you want to automate it completely. So you go to like,
Oh,
for example,
okay.
base, see, then you choose which kind of tokens, blue chips, memes, correlated, see? Go to correlated, yeah, nothing correlated, I guess. Yeah, like correlated, whatever, single LP, CLM, that's like to minimize impermanent loss. They have like a special tool or whatever. Yeah, let's
Right.
see. Let's go to like Monta, for example. Yeah, forget correlated, see? If you remove correlated, look at this, bram. and those are all that's the returns. Yeah, that's daily. See, that's the current APY, 60%, 13%. Yeah, I'm gonna cover that in
Okay.
the advanced module, but now I gotta freaking, work on the marketing side of things. Then I'm gonna switch back to the product side of things.
Right.
But the rapid start, I don't need to make anything. That's just coaching by me. That's just me getting on a Zoom with you and doing like 2 or 3 sessions where I get it done for you. Like, either
Right.
I tell you what to do, or I'll literally take control of your screen on Zoom and I'll do it for you. Like like
Right. Right.
I'll make sure like you're making money. And plus it's
Yeah.
good for me because a lot of people don't finish the course, right? Don't finish the
Right.
program. I don't get the testimonials. I don't get the referrals. So like that's bad for me too. Like I want people
And
to
I
make
see in
money.
the Telegram, a lot of people have questions regarding putting the money and which tokens to choose and all that. That
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the tokens on here. It's pretty like clear what it is. I mean, they're all blue chips. Everybody knows like Bitcoin and Polkadot, and you can go to Coin
right.
Market Cap and you can research. You can go on YouTube, just type in the coin name, and you get like
Right.
300 videos. I mean, that's not like a problem information. There's so much information on tokens and strategies and
Mm.
whatnot. The biggest problem for people is doing it. Like actually
Right. Right.
doing it, like taking the money, putting it in and making money. Because like they just
Right.
they either start going through the course, they get discouraged, they have no time, and that's the biggest problem. Like I just figured
Right.
that out. I'm like, because I looked on my culture back end of all the people going through the course, and I'm seeing like 20%, 40%. I'm like, man, the course is good. I know it's good because I busted my ass like making it.
Okay.
I know it works for sure, and I've polished it
Right.
to like. But so that's not the problem for sure. The problem is people don't have the time you know,
Right.
or they're just not confident enough, or they need me to do it for them. Maybe they have issues with like computer skills, which is okay. So I'm fine. Like
Right.
now I have a little bit of time, so I'm probably gonna limit it to like 10 people only, because I don't
Right.
get overwhelmed. Because I mean I don't think I can handle more than that. Because I mean I got like some other businesses that I'm currently pursuing, like outside of
Right.
this, like yeah,
Yeah.
which you know. Because I mean,
Got
I
it.
get
Yeah.
opportunities all the time, like do this, do that.
Right.
I'm basically helping my friend to expand this Wi-Fi network, like in Mexico, which is
Oh,
gonna be a
nice.
distribution for my product because he's gonna give me
Right.
free ads and I'll kick him back 40%. So he's gonna be like my permanent affiliate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's a big problem over there because basically all the hotels have super thick walls and
Right.
Wi-Fi doesn't work in the rooms,
Oh, yeah.
like it's crazy.
Yeah,
People like
I've
if
been
you
in Mexico.
right?
Wi-Fi is pretty bad actually in many hotels.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
super
know.
bad, right? Like
Yeah.
you go in the room, you can't use internet, and people are pissed,
Right.
man. It's a big problem
I
for the
need to use
hotels.
hotspot. That's the only way I can get internet. I don't know why it's
Exactly,
like.
exactly. We're solving that. We solved that problem. We
Oh,
put we
nice.
basically we take the coaxial cable, like the regular cable that goes into the
Uh-huh.
TV, and we put
Right.
like a little box. We connect the little black box to this cable, and that's the Wi-Fi router. And then the
I
other
see.
end connects to the TV, and it makes the TV smart TV with Netflix,
Oh,
Hulu, YouTube, everything. Yeah, and people pay us like good money, 3-4 bucks for every
right.
like couple of days, you know. So like, and then we have all these hotels. They're like crying. They're like, "Oh my God, come and fix it," So I'm helping out with that now too, because then
Nice.
and then when you connect to the Wi-Fi, you get a landing page with my ad for my next little
Right.
DeFi product. So I get money
Oh,
from that, and I get free advertising, and
right.
people can go to my other webinar and things like that. Yeah. So I mean,
Right.
obviously, I'm gonna help with that because that's like solving both of my problems. Makes me some money,
Right.
and then free advertising that I can sell my stuff. You know.
Right.
Yeah, we got like 7 other hotels already, queued up.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So it's like that's a real problem because they're pissed,
Right.
man. Yeah, and people now they need internet in their rooms, especially
Right.
tourists,
Right.
because they don't have their cell phones might not work, you know,
Right.
like or it's gonna be roaming, which is like crazy expensive.
Right.
They're like, no. But anyway, yeah. So I'm doing that, plus getting into some other things, some consumer
Nice. Yeah.
products. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, this thing, I've been working it for 7 years, and it's been kind of tough to solve this problem, but I think I'm close. At this point, I can probably like automate most of it. Plus, Sasha is helping out in the community, so that's very
Right.
helpful. So that this way he can help with the support, and I can work on the marketing and the new products and things like that. Because before it was like
Right.
me doing everything, like support, marketing, sales, product development, back end stuff, build outs, webinars,
Right.
joint ventures, conferences. Like, geez, yeah, but it's all right though. It's good. It's good learning experience for me. You know,
Yeah.
'cause I'm like you guys. I'm learning this stuff now. Like this thing, I already know. Like the whole liquidity
Uh-huh.
mining,
Yeah.
crypto. Yeah, I got that freaking covered. Now I'm learning AI and marketing and content. Yeah, that's another thing.
Right.
Yeah, I'm trying to create like an AI avatar of me.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, so that there's like a high quality one, not some crap. Because
Right.
everything I do has to be quality. Like I don't,
Right.
if I can't do it in the quality way, I'm just not gonna do it. Like I'm just gonna do it manually
Right.
then. Yeah, but
Yeah.
AI is going crazy now, man. Like
Yeah. Going crazy, man.
it's
Everything is become
yeah,
AI, and then
crazy.
you got yeah.
Yeah, so I'm also involved in like a separate AI project, like where basically
Nice.
we might be doing like smart bras, with sensors that
Oh,
read that read like information on your metabolism, whatever, and then the AI like analyzes it and puts it out in an app on your phone and tells you,
oh, nice.
how fast you can run, this, that, fitness programs. Yeah, like so I'm getting into all of it, crypto, DeFi, AI, marketing, Wi-Fi
Right.
distribution, like, tech. That's
Everything.
basically my thing. Yeah.
That's good, man. You're into everything. That's very good. Yeah.
Yeah, listen, I gotta be decentralized and redundant,
Right.
right? You
Yeah.
can't you can't have all your eggs in one basket. I tell this to my students
Right.
all the
Right.
time. You can't
Yeah.
depend on one thing because if that one thing
Right.
fails, you're screwed. You know,
Yeah.
you're up a shit creek without a paddle, and what then? You gonna work at McDonald's? Like, nah, that's I'm not having any of that. I'm sorry, like I
Right.
get it. Like I watched Hermosi's videos. It's like, oh, concentrate on one thing. Yeah, easy for you to say when you're making 10 million a month. I'll be concentrating on one thing too. you know but yeah, but it's okay though. Okay, no, Hormozy is good. Like I read all his stuff. I follow his techniques, but not not on everything though. Anyway, all right,
Right.
man, so I hope this was good for you. I mean, I think
Okay.
we're good to
Yeah,
go.
it's good, man. It's you motivated me. It's very
Yeah,
nice,
yeah.
this
No, trust
thing.
me. Once the biggest
So I'm
motivation
gonna
is
start
once
doing.
once you get in the pools and you start making that money and you're gonna see the money
Right.
coming in, that's the biggest motivation. I think that's where I
Right.
dropped the ball. I think
Yeah.
I need to do the rapid
Right.
start kind of upsell. Little, I'll probably even put it as a bump offer on my
Yeah.
checkout page. So that
Yeah.
way somebody's like, man, I don't have time for this. I want to do this, but I have time. Oh, extra
Right.
497. Click, done. And then I'm
Right.
calling them already. Hey, how are you doing, man? Let's go. Boom. Get
Right.
me in there. 2 hours later, they're in there making money. Listen, if they're paying 1,000, they can pay 1,500, and get
Right.
the
Right.
get the rapid start on ramp to it.
Right.
So, I think that just makes more sense. And that way, and they'll get that money back anyway. All the people that
Right.
just spent $1,000 didn't get anything back. If they were just did if they would do that a year ago, they would get already 3,000 back. So
Right.
like
Right.
they'll get double that 1,500 back in
Yeah.
their wallet. Like, but because time is money, and people are like, oh man, I don't have the time, but you can convert that time into money now. But that's okay. It's
Right.
okay. Like I'm learning just like you guys. I'm learning myself, and I'm
Yeah.
I'm listening to my students, listening to customers, what they want, their problems, and I'm trying to solve that for people.
Right.
That's basically what business is, right? You listen to people's problems and you solve it.
Right.
Like the
Yeah.
hotels had the problem with Wi-Fi. We're like, okay,
Right.
let's solve this for you. Bam. And now they want to pay us, because we're solving their problems. Here, the problem is obviously not my course, not my support. The problem is people don't have time. They're too busy.
Right.
They don't have the comfort. There you go. Rapid start upsell. Boom.
Right.
Like a rapid start option. $500 and I get you
Right.
in there. That's what they want,
Right.
right? I give it
Yeah.
to them, you know. Same thing with this
Right.
bras, People want the comfortable bra that gives them information that, like helps them out. Bam. Give it to them,
Right.
right? That's all it is. That's all marketing is, really. Like you can't really
Yeah.
sell somebody on something unless they actually want it, unless it helps them.
Right.
Because
Right.
otherwise
Yeah.
it's a hard sell and people have buyer's remorse and they're like, oh, this guy sold me some crap I don't need, and then they're gonna, talk, say all kinds of nasty things about you online. I'm like, nah, that wouldn't work long term. You need to
Right.
solve the problem. All right,
Yeah.
Chaith. So have a
Okay.
great
Thanks,
weekend.
man. Yeah. You
Yeah,
too.
see, you're a lucky winner of a first rapid start free
Yeah.
session, rapid
Yep.
start
Thank
demo
you.
session.
Thank you. You motivated me a lot. Now I'm going to look into your videos and immediately
Yeah,
start
man.
it. After seeing
Yeah, yeah.
400%, not going to let it go just like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go to 100% of the course completion, you know, like
Right.
finish the system. But you don't need to now. I basically told you what to do. Now you know exactly how to do
Exactly.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
even need like the course now. You could just do what I told you. That's it. You could
Right.
probably look at this recording because I'm gonna put the replay in
Oh,
Telegram
okay.
and on YouTube if you like
Okay.
forget anything. But yeah, I'm probably gonna put the recording in Telegram and put a little link for those people that actually wanna do
Right.
the rapid start, like program with me, because I think
Right.
it makes sense. People like spend all that money and then what? Like they didn't get anything money and no money back. And nah,
Exactly.
I can't have that. That's not good.
Yeah.
All right, man. So have a great
Okay.
weekend.
Thanks,
I'll
man.
talk to you
Thank
later.
you. Yeah.
Bye.
See you. Bye. Yeah.